Oh, I forgot to turn my recording back on. Welcome back. I noticed that you use open. Was it Open Broadcast?
Yeah, OBS.
That looks like interesting software. Of course, you're probably doing that for the for streaming, right?
Yeah, but it records as well.
What kind of file size do you get?
Pretty reasonable. Let me take a look. We just did an hour and 34 minutes earlier, and that was 2.3 gigs.
Jeez, that's small. That's really small.
Hey, don't hurt my feelings, man. Oh, come on.
I mean, I get 40 gigabyte files with 20 minutes of fraps.
Oh yeah, well, Fraps is really extremely good quality, but the file sizes are insane.
Yeah.
It's because it's completely uncompressed.
Yeah.
That's not true. It actually is a little bit compressed. Just a little bit.
But I ended up getting a 2 terabyte secondary hard drive just specifically so that Fraps can do whatever the hell it wants. So now I want to just keep using it.
I've already used up an entire terabyte just with games, and I'm like stuck on like 20 gigabytes right now, and I'm sort of scared. I need to go get a new hard drive.
How are we still winning this war against the Muslims if they have 2 provinces under control and we're not even fighting their army?
40% battles.
It's crazy.
Yeah. As soon as some of the internal conflict gets resolved, I think I'm going to go over there and try to help him out. I'm probably going to disband my mercenaries, though.
Do you see this 6,500 stack in Aleppo? What the fuck are we supposed to do against that?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that could be problematic. He's got like 10,000, but the Byzantines he's got 4,000. Oh, something just
They're gonna
changed.
get steamrolled if those armies get together.
Something
Oh my
just-
god, look at that. That's like 15,000.
Something just changed with the borders between the Fatimids and the Seljuks. Looks like the Fatimids expanded somehow, or inherited.
Oh yeah, did they take Damascus?
I think so, yeah. Or it could have been just de jure Syria, not sure. Oh, now there's a rebellion.
Yusufids.
They're attacking in the Tyranny.
Tyranny of Caliph Al... Oh, Seljuks had something too. Was that Khiva?
My son is about to win his war for the new ruler of Bononia. And
Hey! Go Bononia.
I contributed 33%. I actually helped for once. Somebody called me to war and I actually didn't ignore them.
And Bononia is not in Greece. Ah, well. It's something. Isn't your son like 1 year old?
I started with 2 sons already. One of which is 25 and already landed as the Doe of Moesia. So,
Oh, so he's a duke.
yeah. He's slightly west
Very
of
nice.
Constantinople. They're over in the Duchy of Moesia. Or Mosia, or something
Oh
like
my
that.
god. Some scary stacks over here. How are we going to fight that?
Well, even if we don't, just the fact that we slowed it down is good. That'll help out for the
I have a
reconquest.
son. Oh, I have to name him something. Leon is not a good name for a Byzantine.
Name him LeBron. Pick some football player.
LeBron it is.
Tebow.
I now have my first son, Katakalon, and my second son, LeBron.
You should just name him a number. You shall be named number 3. Or you could name him after the state that he was conceived in.
Oh, I had a good one in my Jorvik campaign, or Jorvik, however you pronounce it.
Judvik.
I had my second son, and I'm like, well, I don't really want a second son because we're in Gallokin, so I named him Backup Plan, and I wound up having him assassinated. Prince Backup Plan has been assassinated.
I did something like that too. When I was playing the Elder Kings, I was playing as an Argonian, and they had tons of children, and they'd almost always die in the swamps of Argonia. So every time I got a daughter, I'd name her something like Frogette, and then the next one that came up next would just be the unwanted one, unnecessary, undesired, that kind of thing.
If her name was Frogette, was her culture French?
No, but that would fit. Yeah, now we are losing the invasion. He's what we should try to do is maybe if we could get the Sultan Alp assassinated, perhaps. Wow, he has 1,000.
Would that end the war?
He has 1,000 gold. No, but it would cause the short reign penalty on all of his vassals, which would reduce the total levy, and also potentially cause factions to start and fire, which could completely annihilate his advance into the Byzantines. But he's a really good leader. Look at him. He's patient, brave, diligent, just, and strong. Like his opinion modifiers with his vassals are monstrous. Not to mention his piety and prestige give him tons of bonuses as well.
I can't really afford an assassination attempt.
Try to plot against him though. And I almost never assassinate. It's really silly. It's an old mechanic from when CK2 was first released.
I'm not even sure why it's still in the game.
Yeah, it's, I mean, the scaled wealth cost, like, it's 350 gold or 450 gold for kings and emperors. It's really high.
They should probably just take those assassinations out of the game. They don't serve any purpose anymore.
When the hot cautery touched the open wound, I couldn't hold the scream back. I cursed the doctor, who only laughed, told me to take it easy and not pick on the wound. Oh God.
Are you wounded?
You can,
You became ill?
assassinate your little kid.
I actually have really good intrigue. I should plot against that guy. Are you plotting against him already?
I'm still plotting in the revocation of the county of Nicaea. But I'm about to win this war, eventually. Although I accidentally sieged through the wrong holdings, so he's got a 20% war score bonus for controlling Nicaea. But oh well, we're sieging through the bishopric.
Did you
Wow,
guys see that second simulation thing on Paradox? Oh, I'm sorry. Did you see that second Paradox Plaza simulation thing? That was awesome.
He might have no idea what you're talking about.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
I don't
Yeah,
either.
there's like this guy that simulates this thing of E3, and it's like so good. I don't know if links work in your Twitch so that the people know what I'm talking about.
I have no idea. You can try.
Okay.
I really
That-
like the music in the Byzantines is great.
Yeah, it's pretty epic. And the Byzantines are losing a battle over here in Melitene.
Yeah. The that mod that I've been working on, Clear Combat, I think I found out a way to make the AI not act like idiots, and I'm looking to hopefully make that mod better and actually replace the regular combat.
Making the AI not act like idiots is pretty well done.
Well, part of the issue, and I've got a report outstanding right now on the forums, is that, do you remember in the past, before I think the Republic DLC, back before liege levies, when you would raise armies directly from your vassal's army?
Yeah.
Back then, it was written in the code that if the character's opinion of their liege was 25 or more, they would send themselves to lead the army. If their opinion was 0 to 25, then they would send their marshal. If it was negative, they would send just the levy with no leader. Well, the problem is that when they changed it to the liege levies, for whatever reason, it works for the AI. The AI will appoint commanders to the AI liege's levy, but it doesn't work for the player. It only works if the player's vassal is on his council. Does that make sense?
Not really, but
So here's
sounds
anyway.
right.
The problem is that there's a lot of micromanagement for the player. You have to appoint commanders on every single damn army. And what I did in the mod was made it so that I just set the threshold down to -100. So the AI always appoints a commander of some sort, no matter what, which helps out a lot. Hey, the little bastard surrenders. Good.
Yeah, I imagine it will help quite a bit.
Oh wow, you're rich.
Rich? What are you talking about?
Rich, like you got a lot more dollars than I do. And the Muslims are actually sieging my cities now.
$1.
Ooh, God, look at this. There's we're having some sort of a patriarchal war over someone's claim. So there's a claim war on the Byzantine throne. Fantastic. I love when they do that right in the middle of a invasion.
Well, that's kind of what they did in history.
It's retarded, though. It's like, why
Oh,
would
it is
you?
stupid, but
Why would you
that's what
revolt?
they did.
You've got an army at your doorstep. You're about to lose your land to a foreign conqueror. Now is not the time to try to kill your liege. It just
Well,
assures.
Well, that's what they did, so...
Yeah, I guess it sort of makes sense though, because like your liege just lost all of his army, so good idea to revolt now. But
there's
then
no
again,
there's
then
no
again,
sense of
there are
preservation in that.
Muslims.
Yeah. The strangest right now is that you've got the ecumenical patriarch fighting the Byzantine emperor, which makes absolutely no sense. At least that's what it looks like is happening from what I can see on the
Pretty sure.
stream.
Oh yeah,
I'm
the
pretty sure they didn't even have an army.
ecumenical patriarch is assaulting Constantinople.
That's brilliant. I think they had like some guards and such, but they didn't have a proper army, of course. And of course, the church was entirely controlled by the emperor, pretty much.
Hey, look at that. Armenia is actually independent. They're part of this war, which means that they are not hostile to the Seljuks. So actually, the amount of land that the Seljuks had sieged is no longer part of the target war. So they lost some of their sieges.
Oh, I see that, yeah. Interesting.
It's still sieged, apparently, like by the Seljuks, but it doesn't count towards the war score.
It's because Paradox are unable to code a proper war score system.
Do you know how?
Not like Paradox has done it.
Well, I gotta go, so see.
Later.
See you, Junior.
User disconnected from your channel.
Oh, this is all in the... You have nothing going on in the west. This is all in the east. Wow.
Mm-hmm. I want to see if I can plot against the Seljuk Sultan. Just to see if there's any Muslims that don't feel like he should be in power. Oh god, there's only 4 potential
I already
supporters.
checked. I already checked. They all say no.
And there's only 4 of them.
I like how in the chat they're just discussing cats and Polish history and such.
Perfect. That's what chat's for, right?
Sounds reasonable.
Yeah, sounds about right. And apparently you should play as counts in Iceland.
It doesn't really matter. Just dicking around. I have about 300 troops total. I got fucking slaughtered by the Muslims.
Playing on speed 2 feels much more tactical. It's a hurry up and wait kind of game. Sieges actually take a long time.
Oh my god, this is so painful. So we really have nothing we can do against these guys. I mean, we have the stack of Byzantine army. I see 6,